to my podcast, Keep Your Nose in My Business, the show where we shine a light on incredible businesses and inspirational people right here in Essex. Whether you're a business owner or dreaming of starting something new, or just curious about inspiring people in the community, there's something here for you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and join me as we uncover the stories behind Essex's brightest businesses together. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so today we're in a great place. We're going to get dirty in here. This is great. This is amazing. I love this place. So I'm in a place in Harlow, but I'm in R'low Tyre. No,
Tyres.
R'low Tyres.
We've got more than one.
It's easier for me to say that, Harlow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to introduce you to a young man that I've known for quite some time now. And the reason I wanted to do this is because he works so hard. Every time I see him or message him, he's always at work. So this is great for us, for you to be on here today. So I'm going to introduce a young... Well, actually, I'll let you introduce yourself. What's your name?
Young man. That's stretching it a bit.
Young man. So, introduce yourself. What's your name and where do you come from? What's your background?
My name's Andy Clarke, originally from Ilford. Went from Ilford to Barking to Dagenham.
Hey,
then all the way
Dagenham.
out into deepest, darkest mainland, out on the edge of the world. So, yeah.
Wow. So you came from Dagenham into mainland?
Yeah.
Same as me.
Yeah.
Thought I was moving to the country.
Couldn't quite afford Chadwell Heath. We was on the border.
The posh end.
Dagenham was affordable. Chadwell Heath was just a little bit out of our
Bit of a
price range.
stretch. Oh, bless you. So, okay, so what's your background? As in, any siblings? How was life when you were younger? Was you always driven to have your own business?
No, I was originally, well, talking about siblings and growing up, Mum and Dad divorced when I was about 8, I think. I've got one half brother, Lloyd, who still lives in sunny Barking. I think he's the last man there.
Last man standing in Barking.
I'm trying to get him out of Dodge, but he's dug his heels in. That's his little comfort zone. So he loves Barking.
I love Dagenham though. Come on, you've got to give it a bit of credit.
I'll tell you, growing up in Barking, Ilford, Dagenham, it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, growing up in Dagenham, but you know, when I was knocking around with the boys when we was later, you know, sort of mid-20s, late 20s, that was great. You know, it was a place to be. I wouldn't change my childhood for anything.
No.
I don't envy the kids of today.
No.
With the social media and the phones and the pressures and everything.
Yeah.
We were just kids.
Yeah, just doing your thing.
We were street rats. We went out in the morning on our bikes with 50 pence in our pocket.
Yeah.
We were king of the hill.
It didn't come home until it got dark, did you?
No, it
and you
didn't
knew
come home
that
until
Mum
the
would
street
say,
lights
yeah,
come on.
exactly. Mum would say, when it gets dark, stick together and then make your way home and come home for dinner.
That's it. You've had a bag of chips and a can of Coke all day.
Yep, and you never
That's
get bored, do you?
No
You just
scuffs
go out
on your
and play.
knees.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was great. I wouldn't have changed it for the world. Had some great mates, and then it was great. Barking Park, Ilford Lido, Barking Lido. I mean, it was great, fantastic.
Yeah. So, what led you to come down this end to mainland?
Well, Dagenham started to go downhill slightly when our son was born, Tom, and we moved out here when he was 9, 10. I'd never heard of the place.
No.
Couple of friends who moved out this way had mentioned it to my ex-wife, and they'd sort of like said, "Oh, come and have a look at this place.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's lovely country. You got the water. You got everything." And she's going, "Oh, we're going to look at a house in Mayland." Where the bloody hell's Mayland? And then she showed me on the map, and it was just like, "Oh my God!" And I can remember driving down here most weekends viewing properties, and it was just like, "Are we ever going to get out of the car?" I said, "Are we there yet? Are we there yet?" But yeah, it's the best thing we've done.
Yeah.
And I love it here. You know, the people are great.
A lot of people say that I've interviewed in this area actually, and they've all said the same thing. They didn't really know about it. I mean, when I first came here, I was like, anywhere but Mainland, because I drove through one day. For whatever day, it just must have been an odd day, and I felt the shop shut early, you know, and I was like, I need a bag of chips, and it was 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and I was like, what's going on around here?
Chip shop shuts at 4 before everyone's had their tea.
The day we moved in, literally, I got a list off of everyone what they wanted from the chip shop, and I got round there, it was too late. they were shut. So I was like, oh, I can't do this. I don't think I could cope here.
Oh.
So it is beautiful here, and you're right. It for the children as well, to bring your kids up, so much better, and to offer them around here, definitely. So, can you just explain what you did? Did you go to college? How was school? You know, how did you get to become where you are now in the way of work?
Well, it's a sorry tale.
Okay.
I was a draftsman.
Okay.
So I started with London Electricity. I did go to college, electrical installation.
Right.
Did a traineeship for 2 years. Started working in Stratford, North Eastern Division of London Electricity, and that was fantastic. Then about a year after I'd sort of graduated and got my full-time job and everything, I couldn't really see there was much room for progression. Took a leap of faith and went to a little company called Granitec,
Right.
Granitec Systems in Silvertown. And they're a marble and granite installation company when Canary Wharf was being developed. So they were doing all the floors, walls, everything was marble, and they were in it. So we was doing the design for keeping the stuff on the walls and the ceilings and everything else, and it was great. And obviously more money, got a mortgage, and 6 months later the bottom fell out the building market, and we had the massive crash, and I was like, oh, what am I going to do?
What are you going to do? Yeah.
So I rang the bank, and they were very understanding. They said, right, we can just stop all your direct debits. I said, that's it, won't we?
Yeah.
But my stepdad, Steve, God rest his soul, he had a little tyre shop in Plaistow on Barking Road. And he said, come work with me. And he goes, so you find something else.
I can see
35 years later.
I can see where this is going.
It's like the mafia, motor trade.
Wow.
It's like the mafia. You only get out in a wooden box. It's like that. I mean, 35 years is the biggest stopgap ever known by man.
Pit stop.
Bit of a change in direction career-wise, granted. So I've gone from white-collar worker, never getting dirty, apart from a couple of ink spots, to coming home covered in filth most nights.
I mean, that's a lot of years. That is a lot of years. And so obviously there's love in it somewhere, because you wouldn't have been there or not.
Not all the time.
Yeah, no.
Not all the time.
But you've gone from working for someone else to now. I mean, I'm right in thinking you've got two, haven't you?
Yeah, we've got two shops, yeah.
And where are they? Tell everyone where they are.
We've got one in Burnt Mill, which is the big one. And we've
in
got
what area?
In Harlow.
Right.
And we've got a little one in the Stow, which is also in Harlow, but completely other end. It was a competitor of ours that we bought out back in, God knows, 17, 18 years ago. Just kept hold of it, and it's just little things that pops along. So
thinking back over 35 years, what has been your biggest challenge doing that particular business?
Red tape. I just thought we'd just go and sell a few tyres and make a couple of quid. And it's just got more and more and more paperwork.
Yeah.
This year has been our hardest year.
Yeah.
I think we were doing better in the first lockdown than we are this year.
Yeah, a lot of people said that. A lot of people said there's going to be this big recovery after COVID, and I think it was like a bit of a bubble maybe, and now it's suddenly starting to hit a lot of people.
The first lockdown, we were quite lucky. I mean, I couldn't have stayed at home. I think I've gone up with a wall.
Yeah.
I mean, we built a bar at home through lockdown. Me and Frank, Kerry's dad. But we were classed as an essential service.
Yeah.
So we trimmed all the boys down, took a day or two off of them, and that was good as gold. But, you know, there was enough people floating about that knew we was open, and we just sort of muddled through, and it was, we thought, God, we're gonna survive. Then the second lockdown, and that wasn't so bad, and the third lockdown, as I say, when people, it was a bit long in the tooth by then, people were a bit bored of it, and it just sort of carried on as normal, and there was definitely
people started to go out, didn't they, and started trying to get back to normal life. And
people were sick of it.
Yeah.
And we come through that, and that seemed to be fine. And you know, you think you go on, and you get competition come and go, and some of it's stuck.
Yeah.
And as you go on and on and on, you think, oh, this is doing all right. You know, we're doing okay, but as I say, this year has just been unbelievable. A lot of it, I say it's all doom and gloom, and it's like, oh my God, it's terrible, we're down this year. And I listen to like what other people are saying, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, some people
you're still open.
really bad.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, it's bad, but it could be worse.
Yeah, 100%.
We've got quite a loyal customer base, that generation after generation. I had a woman come in yesterday, she goes, oh, God knows how old she was. She goes, oh yeah, I remember coming to you when I was 18. Yeah. And she wasn't 18. Yeah.
I mean, thinking about silly things, but if I went into, I'm not going to name some of the names, but some of the bigger, if you like, branches out there that are tyre and MOT places, the big boys, as you like, you go in there and they go, nah, sorry love, can't fit you in till... You've never said that to us. Like and I think that's what you stand out for, that all the boys in your place, every time I go in there, they're really friendly. It's always looks clean in there. I know it sounds stupid to say this, but for a tyre place, you expect it to look like,
I don't think the 10-second rule works.
But it is a nice, it's clean. You've got a little waiting room. Like, it's lovely. You couldn't do much more than you do for that sort of business. And it goes a long way, like to say, hang on, I will fit you in, love, that's fine, like, or I will check that for you, and you're more than reasonably priced, and surely that has carried you through when you think of how some of the big boys are and how they've not got that one-to-one with people. It's missing out.
When you go into one of the big places, you're just a number.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
When you come into us, I class most of our customers as friends now, because they've been coming in so long, and it doesn't hurt to help people, and people don't know. They'll come in and they say, I've just been to so and so, and I've had my car service, and they say I need 4 new tyres, and you look at them and you think, you don't, they're all brand new.
But they've probably been told they needed
4. They've got a service plan with one of the big boys, like Fords, Renaults, or whoever they've got one with, and then they're saying, oh no, you need 4 tyres. You think like, no you don't. Yeah. No you don't.
And from a woman's point of view, I've been told that loads of times, and I'm a driving instructor, and I think, well, I know what my tread's meant to be, and I'm sure I don't need, But
you know what your tread's meant to be? Yeah. Jesus Christ, some of the states you bring in.
Well, not so I keep it at that.
You know what it's supposed to be, you just turn blind on.
But, it is important. When I drive away, I know that my tyres are fine. And there has been times where I've driven away from some of the big boys and gone, God, this don't feel right. Like, your service is generally, not just saying it because I know you, but it's outstanding, and that's why I'm interviewing you, and that's why I wanted to interview you, because you're good at what you do.
Thank you.
You're more than happy to have the custom, and that's so important. So when someone like yourself says sometimes we've struggled, that's quite sad, because if you're struggling and the way you're giving your all to it, what the hell is going on with the world? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's actually scary. Like, even 35 years speaks for itself.
Yeah. But it's just people are struggling. That's basically all it is, Tina. It's solely financial that's hitting us. People are getting hit left, right and centre. Yeah. And they just haven't got the money. They'll come into us and need 3 tyres. Yeah. I'll do one this month, and I'll do another one next month. Yeah. And then you think, well, the third one's going to be another on your car for another 2 months. Yeah. And that's all they've got. That's all they can afford. That's why we do the part one, to sort of like make it more affordable
for people,
help people keep their cars on the road and safe for less money,
When you think about, obviously, because you were in Barking, you were in Dagenham, and then you've got further and further out, was it always Harlow that you was for the tyres, like for the main part of your business now? So you're always travelling back to Harlow?
Always, yeah.
Which is a lot on its own, because, I do that, and it is a lot on its own, just the travelling time. So, not being horrible, if you have a bit of a bad day, it's even that on top, isn't it? And people don't realise what goes into having your own business, and it's not always easy,
No. Well, it was originally started with Cliff, who's my business partner, and Steve, my stepdad. They started it, and that's where Cliff lived. And he said, there's an opening up here. He goes, this could do well. And that's why Harlow was picked. Yeah. So, it wasn't a choice. Yeah. And then as we've gone down, Steve's stepped away, and I sort of bought his half, and you know where we are now.
Yeah. What makes you tick away from work?
What makes me tick?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you get any time to do anything else? Because obviously the travelling there, you know, from here. And,
gym.
You know.
I enjoy the gym. I've started getting back into the golf this year. I've actually started playing a few more rounds. I'd like to do a little bit more next year.
You any good?
I didn't say I was any good. I've got a bag of sticks. And I always come back with less balls than I went with, but you know. But yeah.
Because you need that, don't you? When you need something else, you know, like we all say, like when I walked in here earlier, you said, "Oh, do you really have the time to go to the gym?" But we generally need something else, because otherwise, when you run your own business, it is very much like work, and even when you're away from it, like you're still thinking about it. So I don't feel like a day off is a day off. It's a necessity. You need a day off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and if we don't do it, it'll probably go a bit insane, I reckon. But
yeah, I mean, me and Kerry, we are out quite a bit at the weekends. But as I say, the gym's always a good leveler for the head.
Yeah.
And everything. You always come out of the gym feeling 10 times better than you do walking in. But walking in's the hard bit. Getting your ass across the threshold, that is the biggest thing. Once you're in, you're all right.
Yeah. And
then you come out, you're fine. But yeah, that's always a great one, the gym.
Yeah. So, was there anyone around you that's inspired you to do a part? Obviously, you said earlier on when in Plastow, obviously your father-in-law, wasn't it, that
stepdad Steve.
Yeah, stepdad, sorry.
Yeah, Steve.
He obviously introduced you to it, but who's inspired you to still be going after 35 years? Because that is some going for any business.
Steve was always a bit of a Del boy. He was always into everything, trying to make his millions.
Yeah.
And he had his toes left, right and centre in everything, giving everything a go, you know. And when, I don't know, it gives you a little bit more freedom to push the boundaries when you're your own boss, to, you know, make some money here, there and everywhere. But I don't know, it's just, I've never had it really.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid we had nothing.
Yeah.
You know, my mum was brilliant.
Yeah.
As I say, it wouldn't have changed my childhood, but
Yeah.
you just want the best for the family, don't you? You want to provide.
Yeah.
You know, you want to take them on holiday, you want to be able to do this, that and the rest of it.
So it's the family really that's driving you, isn't it, to do these things, yeah. So if you had a young guy come up to you now and said to you, well, I want to get into changing tyres, mate. And then you think, okay, you're young at a minute, that's his dream, he wants to then open a tyre shop, right? What 3 bits of advice you can give that kid? Because obviously it hasn't all, you know, you do amazing, so you've got a lovely little business there, and you know, so it's obviously kept you there for a reason, so what advice would you give to someone younger now wanting to do it?
Do your research.
Yeah.
Location. It's all about location. Competition. Like the banks are about as good as a chocolate teapot for financial.
Yeah.
That's basically it, really. I mean, the rents and the rates at the moment, and they're talking about putting the rates up again, are horrendous. Even though they just took the assistance off for us from the pandemic, so that was a massive step up.
Yeah.
You must have felt that.
Yeah.
And now they're talking about raising them up again.
Yeah.
It's just.
And wages as well. That's
Rents, it's everything. It's
everyone at
overheads.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day you had a margin. Now it's just like a wafer thin mint.
Yeah.
You know, how far can it be stretched? Barter with rents and everything else.
Yeah.
Screw everything down to the ground.
And I think one of the things you sort of mentioned earlier is be fair to people, be kind, because you know. A lot of basically, whenever you're in front of customers, you're on stage, aren't you? You're not drama, but you're on stage and everyone can see everything you're doing. So just always be, like you say, kind and maybe just be honest with people, because that's all they really want at the end of the day, to know that they're being treated the right way as a customer. And
you just got to make them feel like they matter.
Yeah.
They're not just a number.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 100%.
And as I say, good service, polite.
What film title would you give yourself?
Jesus Christ. That's a bit of a curveball, isn't it?
No, I just thought I'd ask it.
Titanic.
Come on, it's not as bad as that. It's meant to be a jolly interview.
Elf. No.
Oh, bless you.
Oh, dear. Forrest Gump. No, I don't know. God, I'll have to think about that one. We'll come back to that one.
So, moving forward, where do you see the business going in like 5 years' time? Obviously, I know you're saying like things have hardened and everything else, but you're not giving up. You've been there 35 years. It's all good. You've got loads of customers. You're jolly.
Yeah.
I think you're doing great. I pull up outside. I love the buzz. It's great.
Yeah, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We've been through countless recessions, pandemics.
Yeah.
We've been through everything, you know. So we're like the cockroach that won't die.
Will you still
keep
stay
stamping on us. We keep going.
Keep going again. Will you still stay in Harlow? Is that the plan to stay in Harlow?
Yeah, I think I'm a bit too long in the tooth now to sort of like spread my wings and go here, there and everywhere. And as I said to you before, it's staff.
Yeah.
You know, we've got a great team. Maybe 5 odd years, whatever it is down the line, I'll step away.
Yeah.
We'll get people in place, and we've got 3 guys which they can run it blindfold.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll be there, you know, if anything, on the end of the phone, still.
Walking around Tesco's.
Yeah.
Taking the phone calls still.
That's it. You know, and that'd be, you know, nice.
Do you regret having your own business, or do you wish you'd have worked for somebody else, or is that just different days?
No.
No, you still prefer to work for yourself.
Yeah.
So it is, you know, when you think about that,
gives
then
you that, that little bit of flexibility.
You haven't got to ask anyone even go on holiday and stuff.
No, that's it.
You just go home if you really feel angry. You can take yourself out of the situation and just go home if you really have to.
Yeah, that's it.
They're all the little perks, aren't they?
That's it. Yeah.
So for this young boy that's come along and wants to give this tyre shop a go, he's not going to walk out going, I'm not going to get a tyre shop, is he? He's going to go, do you know what? Andy's done all right. He's done 35 years. Be proud of yourself, right? It's brilliant. And how can we get hold of you then?
Well, we've got info@rlowtyres.com.
And that's an R.
R. Yeah.
Harlow.
We're on TikTok.
Oh yeah, you're doing the dances on it.
Oh my God, it's so embarrassing. But yeah.
That's funny.
I've crumpled. I'm on TikTok. It's terrible. I'm a bald bloke. That's R'low Tyres. That's our numbers, 01279 426 092. Just give us a call if you need anything.
Perfect, because you're going to be kind, as you always are. And you're going to have a little wiggle in there as you walk in on your little TikTok. Okay, maybe I'm pushing it a bit too far.
No. If it's wiggling, that's AI. That's not real.
Okay, all right, then we'll leave that one. Andy, it's been great. Thank you for talking to me. And I really wanted to do this because you are one of them people that work blimmin' hard. You really do. And that's why you have been open as long as you are. And I wish you so much more success, honestly. Really, because there's not a lot of businesses still going after 35 years. And people out there, you need to get your tyres done because you can trust these people. You can trust Harlow Tyres. Thank you so much for your time.
It's been a pleasure.
And if you think of that
film
title, let us know.
I'll put it on TikTok.
How about the Fast and Furious?
I don't know about that.
Thank you so much. Thank you for taking the time. And like I say, well done to all your team because they're doing an amazing job.
I can't praise them enough. They're top boys.
And if you want to know your tyres are safe and you want to know that you're going to get on the road very, very quickly, please make your way down to Harlow and get your tyres done by R'low Tyres.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Andy.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
And you.
Thank you.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Keep Your Nose in My Business. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you never miss what's coming up next. Until next time, take care. And remember, keep your nose in my business.